Hello. If you're thinking about applying to the master's program at the National Research Nuclear University, you probably have a question. What will happen next, once I'm here in Russia? I'd like to tell you a bit more about that. First of all, you'll experience a completely new educational environment. It's not just about lectures and seminars. You'll be taught to solve non-standard tasks and look at your profession from a fresh perspective. You'll feel yourself growing stronger and more confident in your abilities with every passing day. You'll also get to know a new city. For some, Moscow might seem huge and even a bit intimidating at first, but very soon you'll realize how vibrant, colorful, and welcoming it is. At the university, you'll quickly notice how much interesting stuff goes on there beyond your studies. A scientific seminar here, a meeting with outstanding industry professionals there, or a student festival. Before you know it, you'll become part of this lively, bustling, incredibly energetic atmosphere. A master's degree is not just about a diploma. Yes, you'll master skills that are truly in demand in the industry, learn to apply theory in practice, and explore your own path in science and your profession. You'll interact with lecturers engaged in cutting-edge research, take part in projects where theory meets real-world practice, and see how science works here and now. Perhaps it's during this period that you'll figure out what you truly want to do in life. You'll spend 2 years filled with discoveries, small and big victories, interesting acquaintances, and experiences you simply can't gain by staying in one place. You'll grow more confident and feel capable of taking on new challenges and building the life you dream of. The first thing that worries almost everyone is where to live. Everything has already been taken care of for you and arranged in a way that's convenient for you. You're provided with a place in the university dormitory in advance. The university takes on all the hassles so that you can focus on what's most important: your studies and getting accustomed to life in a new country. Instead of spending your first months figuring out rent, utility bills, and other everyday details, you can calmly adapt, gradually learn the language, make friends, and immerse yourself in your studies at your own pace. The dormitory is designed to make you feel right at home. There's high-speed free internet. There are comfortable spaces where you can study in peace if you need some quiet time. There's all the necessary everyday amenities. You'll be living alongside students from all over the world. And of course Russian students too. And you know how it usually goes? At first, you simply greet each other in the hallway. Then you wait for the lift together. Then someone asks for help with the translation. A few days later, you're sitting in the shared kitchen, sharing your stories. And just like that, step by step, barriers disappear. Instead of feeling anxious, you start to sense that you're not alone. There are friends and like-minded people all around you. It takes just 15 minutes to walk from the dormitory to the university. This means you'll have more time for your studies, for walks around Moscow, and for relaxation. Is it safe to live in the dormitory? Yes. The university campus and dormitories are under security guard. There's an access control system. There are surveillance cameras. Moscow is generally a very safe city, especially near the university. Local residents are usually very helpful. If you ever get lost, people will gladly show you the way. Now let's talk about food. The university has cafeterias and cafes where you can eat tasty meals at very affordable prices. There are both familiar dishes and some items from Russian cuisine that many people want to try. Pizza, borscht, dumplings, pancakes with various fillings. There's even a vegetarian cafe. And if you prefer cooking for yourself, the dormitories have fully equipped kitchens. You can buy groceries at nearby shops. They offer economical prices and a good selection, so you'll find everything you need. And it's great fun to get together with the guys from your floor, cook something together, and have a small dinner with stories about the traditions associated with these dishes in your home countries. Such evenings are remembered for a long time. Moscow is a city where you'll find cafes and restaurants on every corner, catering to all tastes and budgets. And if you suddenly don't feel like going anywhere, you can always use food delivery services. So even if you're more tired than usual on a particular day, or have a lot of assignments piling up, the question what to eat definitely won't become a problem for you. Getting around in Moscow is easy and even enjoyable. For a student who has just arrived in a new city, the question how to get there might initially come up even more often than what to eat. But trust me, very soon you'll navigate the Moscow transport system with such confidence that it'll feel like you were born here. This becomes part of the city's charm. When you smoothly transfer from the metro to a bus and know exactly how many minutes until your next connection arrives. It's a 15-minute walk from the dormitory to the university. And if you want to stroll through the city center, visit a museum, or simply explore new neighborhoods, Moscow's outstanding transport system comes to the rescue. The metro, buses, trams, and electric buses all work like a single, well-coordinated mechanism. Yes, public transport runs 24/7, so even if you're out late on a date with a beautiful girl, you'll definitely get home without any trouble. By the way, the Moscow metro isn't just convenient, it's truly beautiful. Some stations are like real palaces underground, with mosaics, chandeliers, and sculptures. So a metro ride becomes more than just a way to get from point A to point B. It's a little journey and an opportunity to see the city from an unexpected angle. To make all of this even more convenient and cost-effective, there's a unified transport card that works for all modes of transport. You don't need to buy separate tickets every time. And there are discounted fares for students, so your trips will be not only comfortable, but also economical. During the warmer months, city bikes and scooters are very popular. You can take a leisurely ride through the park or quickly get to the nearest stop. And if you suddenly need a car, there's car sharing. Short-term car rental that's reliable and affordable in Moscow. You can always call a taxi via Yandex.Go. Many international students are already familiar with this service. It's convenient and widely used. For example, Yandex also operates in Turkey. In terms of scale, Moscow is comparable to Istanbul. Thanks to its modern transport infrastructure, everyday trips are fast, convenient, and predictable. You know exactly how long the journey will take, and can plan your day with confidence. You realize, I can go wherever I want. I know how to get there. I have convenient and affordable options. Gradually, Moscow stops feeling overwhelming. It unfolds into clear routes, familiar stations, and favorite places you'll want to visit again and again. Let's continue. Medical care. When you go to study in another country, you worry. What if something happens? Will the doctors understand me? Where should I even go? Well, both at our university and in Moscow, everything is set up so that you can be sure. Help is nearby, accessible, and straightforward. First of all, there's a medical room right on the university campus. Here, you'll receive prompt assistance, get a consultation, and be told what to do next. There's also a university clinic. There, you can undergo a checkup, get recommendations, and address any issues that require a bit more time and attention. For a student adjusting to a new rhythm of life, academic workload, climate change, and jet lag, such opportunities are truly important. After all, studying becomes much easier when you feel that your health is being looked after. Medical insurance. Under Russian law, all international students are provided with health insurance. It's a mandatory requirement, and the university helps you arrange everything. You can rest assured. If medical care is needed, the main expenses will be covered, and the process of receiving services will become much simpler and clearer. This is an important element of care, knowing that you're protected, and that the system is in place to support you. If you ever need something more specialized, for example, a consultation with a narrow specialist doctor or serious diagnostics, you can always turn to the city clinics and medical centers in Moscow. And Moscow is very modern in terms of healthcare. There are clinics and diagnostic centers using the latest technologies, and doctors who are constantly learning and improving their skills. In case of an emergency, the 24-hour emergency care system will come to the rescue. Ambulance services in Moscow operate efficiently and promptly. They're available throughout the city, and you won't have to wonder what to do in a critical situation. Just dial the right number, and help is on the way. The system is designed to cover all possible scenarios, from a quick consultation to serious specialized care. And this gives you that very sense of security, which is so important when you're far from home. You can focus on your studies, enjoy new experiences, and build your future, knowing that health-related matters are under control. Organizational matters. Imagine you've just arrived, and you need to sort out some paperwork. We have a student office, a place you can come to with any question. Not sure how to request the necessary certificate? Want to figure out the university's online services? Staff there will explain everything, tell you where to go and what to write. Our university has staff members who specifically support international students. They fully understand that everything here is new for you. The language, the rules, and the everyday details that seem obvious to locals. They'll guide you on how to register your place of residence and help you navigate medical insurance. In short, they'll take care of those very challenges that feel most intimidating at first. Your group mentor or a senior year student advisor will explain how classes are organized, where to find important information, and help if anything about the academic process is unclear. You can also discuss more personal matters with them. For example, if you feel the workload is currently too heavy, or you'd like to better integrate into the group's rhythm. A mentor can simply become the person you can message with, "Hey, how does this work here?" and get a friendly piece of advice. Moving to another country always takes a bit of courage. But when there are people around ready to support you, that courage comes much more easily. And our university, the Moscow Engineering Physics Institute, is exactly the kind of environment that helps you not just survive in new conditions, but truly settle in, feel solid ground beneath your feet, and start living life to the fullest. Studying, exploring Moscow, making friends, and building plans. Next, what language should you use to communicate? Don't worry. Many people at the university speak English, especially in the international environment. Administrative and organizational matters can also be handled in English. There's no need to fear being misunderstood. The university takes into account that many students are international. So whether you're at the student office or in meetings with mentors, you'll be able to ask all your questions and get clear answers. You'll start learning Russian literally on the go, from announcements in the metro, conversations in cafes, and interactions with new friends. And when you first order a coffee or ask for directions in Russian all by yourself, it'll be a small but important victory. There will be moments when you're trying to say something in Russian, mix up the words, and the person you're talking to smiles and helps you find the right word. Or when you're sitting with friends and suddenly notice that you're smoothly switching from English to Russian and back. And even throwing in words from your native language. And everyone understands each other perfectly. This is the spirit of international student life. We're different, but we find a way to hear and understand one another. Imagine what a competitive advantage this will be in the future. Being fluent in multiple languages, your native tongue, English as the language of international communication, and Russian as the language of one of the world's largest countries. Sports and activities. Here, no one will force you to meet fitness standards if your energy is currently needed for tackling complex scientific tasks. But if sports are an important part of your life, if you're used to starting your day with a jog or recharging your energy with a workout, the university provides all the opportunities for that. There's a modern sports complex on campus, along with various gyms and sports grounds. You can choose whatever suits you best. Some people love team sports and will gladly join a football game. Others might go for rugby, while some just want to enjoy a quiet yoga session. The university has various sports communities and clubs. You come to a training session, meet fellow students who also love movement, sports, and excitement. And suddenly you're not just classmates, but a team that supports each other both on the sports field and beyond. If you want to truly challenge yourself, there are university-level and citywide competitions and tournaments available. Moscow is a vast playground for active recreation. The city offers plenty of cycling lanes, water parks, stadiums, and sports festivals. You can go for a run along the embankment, cycle through beautiful routes, or in winter, go ice skating. Or you can simply spend hours walking around the city. That's movement too, a great way to recharge and gather strength for your studies. Every student can find their own community. You can maintain a connection with your own culture, meet new people, discover your talents, and make your student years bright and fulfilling. At our university, student life is designed to help you reveal yourself from many different sides. And it all starts with the fact that you're surrounded by an incredibly interesting world of people. Here, students come from various parts of Russia and from countries all around the world. And each one has their own story, traditions, favorite songs, and favorite foods. There are student associations. You can come to a meeting and hear your native language, share with other students about the holidays celebrated in your home country. It's a thread that connects you to home when you're far away. The university hosts many different creative groups and clubs. If you want to sing, there are vocal studios. If you dream of dancing, there's a group where you can learn both ballroom dancing and breakdancing. If you enjoy filming videos, taking photos, editing clips, or writing for student media, there are like-minded people for that too. You know how it usually goes? You come just to have a look, and a couple of months later, you're performing on stage or filming a report from a university festival. About Moscow. Beyond the university walls, you'll find a city that becomes one of the most vivid life experiences for many international students during their studies. Imagine this. One weekend, you go to the Tretiakov Gallery and see famous paintings. Another day, you head to VDNKH, the exhibition of achievements of national economy, where there's so much to see that it's overwhelming. Pavilions, fountains, exhibitions, and in winter, a huge ice skating rink. Every day in Moscow brings something new. Concerts, festivals, city celebrations, open-air film screenings, and live music. And these events aren't just for tourists. They're for everyone. For those who live in the city, study, work, or are searching for themselves. Right now, all summer long, there's a theater festival underway. Renowned theaters and well-known stage and film actors perform on outdoor stages, free of charge for everyone. You can simply go for a walk. Stroll along the Moskva River, sit on a bench, listen to the sound of lapping water, and just take in the view of the city. And of course, Moscow is about its people. Millions of young, energetic, passionate individuals, students, aspiring professionals, artists, musicians, and those who came here chasing their dreams. You'll meet them on the metro, in cafes, at concerts, and on public transport. And gradually, you'll start collecting your own stories. This is where you first tried authentic Russian borscht in a small canteen. This is where you met up with friends after a long week of studies. And this is the street where you simply strolled and let your mind wander. Over time, you'll notice how your relationship with the city changes. At first, it feels vast and a bit noisy. You check the map and try to memorize routes. But then suddenly you realize, I know this city. I know how to live in it. Moscow isn't just a place where you'll get your diploma. It's a city that teaches you to look at the world with wide open eyes and understand. There are always more opportunities than it seems at first glance. A master's degree is more than just an education. Yes, the diploma will be an important outcome of your studies. But the people you meet, the experiences you gain, the memories you create, and the personal changes that happen over these 2 years will stay with you for a lifetime. Of course, new knowledge and professional skills are the foundation. But along with that, you gain another kind of experience. You learn to take responsibility for your choices, plan your time, and find solutions where there are no ready-made answers. And gradually, step by step, you notice how you become more independent. Not because you have to, but because you learn to handle new challenges on your own and realize, I can do it.